Today we are going to discuss about the working of the institutions. In the previous units, we have discussed how the people would elect the rulers or how a government will be formed. What is the procedure? In a detailed way, meticulously, we have discovered and discussed thoroughly about the procedure, how the elections are conducted, how the campaigning goes on, how the polling goes on, and the result declaration happens. Later, how and what are the steps necessary and who controls the election procedure, everything we have discussed. Now, coming to this unit, in this unit, we will be discussing about what is the other duties of the ruler after he is elected or the people's representative once he is becoming a member of parliament or the member of the Vidhan Sabha. What is he supposed to do? Democracy is not just only about electing the rulers. Democracy also fixes a framework for the members of the parliamentarians or the Vidhan Sabha or any people's representative has to work with the institutions and within the framework which is given by the constitution to the representatives. So they cannot go beyond the framework of the institutions. So the elected leaders have to work with the organization or the institutions and also within the framework given to them. So in this chapter we will be explicitly dealing with how does a policy happens, how the policy will be debated, later how it turns to be an act, and what is the role of the different institutions in this policy making. The different institutions we are going to discuss in this unit are legislature, executive, and the judiciary. These three are the main organs of the government. So how a framework of the legal framework of any act or a draft happens, then how it can impact for us, and later if any issue arises, where are we supposed to appeal? These all we will be discussing in this unit. Now first, for example, let us take an favorite or hot topic for many years, that is the reservations for the backward castes or especially the other backward classes. Let us find out detailedly what is the draft given for that, how is the draft framed, what are the other steps taken, and later what are the consequences. Let's find out. How is a major policy decision taken? This is a very fundamental question on which the entire unit goes on. Let's find out with an example. As I mentioned earlier, the decisions are taken in the parliament and it comes for us as a government order. Let us first check one government order. Later we shall discuss how the procedure happens. Let us see here. The government order was issued on August 13th, 1990. This can also be written on the forms like 13/08/1990. So this was the date of the order issued. Every government order has a serial number mentioned to it. So the government order number given on that day is 36012/31/90. So it was given in the year 90. Till there we can understand that. After these all are the admin numbers what they use for their administrative convenience. Now this was an order given by the joint secretary who is heading a particular department in the Ministry of Public Grievances, Pensions, and also the Ministry of Personal, Public Grievances and Pensions Ministry has passed an order stating that 27% of the reservations will be allotted for the other backward classes in the top civil services examinations, which means that the government gave an order mentioning the details like as per the recommendations made by the second backward commission. This second backward commission is also known as Mandal Commission. The Mandal Commission has given a report stating that the other backward classes also need some kind of encouragement for them and also they cannot be in a position to fight with the other castes. So they are economically and socially deprived classes as that of the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes. So as the government is providing reservations for the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribal communities, in the similar way the commission also recommended that there should be certain amount of seats reserved only for this category of people, that is other backward classes or socially economically backward classes. This is also known as SEBC. As per the recommendations or as per this GO, now it also entitles the socially economically backward classes or other backward classes people to get certain amount of seats reserved for them as it is reserved for the scheduled castes and the scheduled tribal people. Now what is a fundamental difference between this? Which is like when we are traveling in a train, there are certain seats which are reserved for the physically handicapped people. We have a special compartment for them who are physically handicapped, which means that other than the physically handicapped people, nobody else is supposed to board that particular compartment of the train. In the similar way, when this particular percentage of seats, let us take this 27% of seats are reserved for the SCBC community people or the OBC community people, other than this community people, nobody else can use this particular seats. Like for example, SC, ST, OC, BC people cannot compete to this particular posts in the government issued order. So this particular seats will be given only to the people those who are belonging to the socially and the economically backward classes. Till now we have reservations only for the SC people and the ST people in the government postings. But now a third new order has been created, that is OBC or socially economically backward classes. So now how many types of reservations are there? We have 3 reservations now for 3 different castes. One is for the SC people, one is for the ST people, the third one is for the SEBC or OBC. Now for example, let us take, there are 100 jobs. Total number of jobs given in the notification are 100. In this, SC are given for 20 seats. ST are given for 10 jobs. Now as per the government orders, 27%. Out of 100, 27% is, the number is very clear, it is 27. So total number of posts reserved here are 20 plus 10 plus 27, that is equal to 57. So out of 100 posts or 100 jobs which are declared by the government of India, 57 seats are reserved for these 3 categories of people. So which is very clear that out of this 100, 57, if you minus from 100, you get nearly 43 seats. If I am not wrong, yeah, it's 43 seats. Which means the other caste people have only eligibility to get, out of these 43 seats only they have to compete. Actually, SC and the ST reservations were given only for the first 10 years. Later, they thought if they were being developed equally in par with the other backward classes or the other classes or castes in the society, definitely we would like to remove the reservations. Now we are going into the reverse direction of that one, asking some more reservations similar to that of the SC candidates or the ST candidates, which is somewhat not up to the mark when it comes to the meritocracy. Meritocracy is a concept where merit is the base for giving any particular opportunity to anyone. But here, when we restrict this to 57% of the seats out of 100 are given only to the special candidates who may not be so merit, But as the seats are reserved for them, they walk in right and they take away the opportunity very easily when compared to the other caste people or other categories people. Now the other category person, let us take the other 43% are open for all. So in this all open category, he has to fight a very large battle even to secure the entrance seat or even to grab this opportunity. While when it comes to here, it becomes a cakewalk for them. So there is a lot of difference between a person who is getting on the basis of merit and on the basis of reservation. So let us see who has taken this decision of issuing the memorandum.